Thank you so much for joining me for my episode 13 of Friday Sews. I'm so sorry that it's going out so late, but if you saw my community post on YouTube, that you'll know that I've not been feeling very well, and thank you for all your well wishes. That's been so kind of you. And today I'm filming this intro on Monday the 31st of May. So what you're going to see today is you're going to see some footage from Saturday, not the Saturday just gone, it's the Saturday before. There's a little bit of a snippet of work in progress on that Sunday after, and then there's no footage then at all, basically, because I did actually do some crafts on the Monday and the Tuesday daytime, but I became unwell on Tuesday evening and I've not done any sewing since or any filming. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to, when I say goodbyes and send you the next bit of video, I'm going to film what I did on those 2 days. So I'm going to send you off to my video. See you in a bit. Welcome back. It is Saturday afternoon now. I've had quite a busy morning. I've been to ukulele practice, but I haven't got ukulele for now 2 weeks because of the holidays. And I nipped back briefly and I went to yoga, and then my first time in a long time because of lockdown, and I've come back, had lunch, and I've been crazy, like clearing up and everything, but I'm just nipping on briefly. I don't know how much sewing might go on today because my husband having a birthday, we've got visitors coming like this afternoon and this evening as well, people stopping by. So yeah, this is a really quick little snippet, and my husband's having his hair cut at the moment, so I just thought I'd nip on quickly. And I've had something delivered while I've been out as well, so I normally like to get the postman myself, but unfortunately my husband must have took it in. So anyway, what's been happening sewing now, I've cut out my sunny dress again. Do you know, the stripy one? But then I had a comment of my video. Was it Tina? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was. I have to have a look back and who said it. Said, why don't you put a band on the bottom of the one that's too short? And I was like, why didn't I think of that? So I don't know what to do now. I don't know whether to continue just making a new sunny dress and put a band, and turn that old one into a top, or shall I put a band on it, and then maybe with the one I've already cut out and not sewn, shall I get the their dipped hem pattern piece out and turn it into a dipped hem one? So I'd have a sunny dress that was just straight with a band, and then I'd have one that had got the dipped hem. I don't know, so I haven't quite decided yet. I think I need a little bit of time to think about it. And the next bag is going to be available it's 1:15 now, so apparently at 2 o'clock UK time, it's going to be 9 AM for Americans, I think. We'll be able to do the next bag, get the pattern, and it's called the Herrera. It's spelled Herrera, Herrera crossbody bag, and I'll pop a photograph of that on for you again. I have showed you before, but apparently that's the bag that we're getting today. Now, I thought I had the suitable hardware to make this bag, right, and I haven't. I've had a look, and I've got these D-rings, but they're not big enough. And I've got these D-rings, and they're not big enough. So I've had to make an order, and I don't know when they're coming, so we'll just have to see what happens. So there's only so much I'll be able to do with this bag anyway, but I didn't think it would matter having to order things in, because I didn't know if I'd get much sewing done this weekend anyway, with people wanting to stop by for my husband's birthday, and they might even want to stop by for my son's birthday, who's on Tuesday. So we'll just see what happens. But I haven't quite I don't know if my sketch is finalised at the moment anyway, but I know the one I'm going to do a freemotion bike, but it will give me chance just to do what the free motion is going to take a while, isn't it? So what I can always do is cut out my front panel piece, or even just draw it on the fabric to give me enough room to work on, and work on the bike. And then hopefully when it comes to time to construct the bag, hopefully the things that I need that I've ordered will start coming through the post. So that's the plan. So that's hopefully going to be going on this week. And I did start some more stitching. Oh, actually, I'll show you this while I think about it. Now, for my husband's birthday, I did buy him a couple of things, and then I ended up giving them him before his birthday. One was this like garden waste thing to, like, you know, move all gardening things around, and I knew he'd really like it. Excuse me, I've got an itch. And I let him have that already weeks ago, because I thought, oh well, he could really do with it. And some nice tea. So I bought him some nice tea in tins, which I ended up letting him have. You know, when he hadn't warned me that his tea was getting low and his green tea, and I've ended up letting him have them. So I actually ordered him just some t-shirts from the Liverpool shop, Joe, because he's a crazy Liverpool fan. Some t-shirts, and I had a delivery date way before his birthday, and they just didn't arrive, and I had to do an online chat with them and everything. So when they didn't arrive, and I'd been on this online chat, and they knew it was for his birthday, they asked him what his name was, and they said they'd send a picture of it, a signed picture that I could print out. So I managed to do this on time for his birthday. So it says, "Happy birthday, Chris Roberts. Best wishes from all at LFC, you'll never walk alone," and all these signatures. So I've been able to read that because I can see through it. So he was absolutely delighted. And then the t-shirts turned up, but then he wasn't sure if he was going to keep them. But basically, I'm gonna have to alter all the t-shirts. He doesn't like he finds the arms are all sticking out. So I've got all these alterations to do now. So that's going to be fun, isn't it? It's bit me in the bottom, hasn't it, ordering a load of t-shirts for him. Anyway, right, so the stitching that I'm doing now as a part of the new Secret Society, when we start, even though it hasn't officially started, it will start in June, we got a free download, and it was to make a pouch for putting your just things that you're going to collect along the way. Now, I have made one of these pouches before. I'm going to get it out here. If you've been following me a while, you've seen this before, and it's this one. And I'll just clip it up. This one for the Lampshade Club. I don't know if you remember seeing that. Now, the badge was meant to be there, but when I made it, and I double checked all the instructions, there's no way the red work was going to fit there. And this is it. So I think it's going to be the same. I'm guessing it's going to be the same size. Obviously, I don't know until I've made it. But we got a download, but it's not a nylon transfer on it. You have to trace it. So yesterday, I did a bit of tracing, because I was doing that red work art. I was just itching to get going with some more red work embroidery. So I'll show you what actually I'll show you a photograph of what it looked like when I traced it with pencil, just a pencil. Put it there, and this is how I'm looking so far. So I've started on the outside, and I've been working in. I find the outside bits the most boring, and I really enjoy when you get into the design in the middle. So I'm working on that. So basically, it's going to be something like that, with that on the front, and it's to keep your red working. But I'm thinking, I don't know whether to make two, because I'm sure I've got an eye on design for the club that's just ended, and I'm thinking, shall I make two of them, because I can put all my little booklets and things that from the last club in it. So yeah, I might be making two of them. So maybe when I've finished this embroidery, I'll have a dig around. I'll see if I've got an embroidery, because I'm sure the one for last year, it had a date on it. I think it had 2020 to 2021, and maybe even for this one I might put 2000. Oh, I'm knocking my mannequin off. Yeah, I might put 2021 to 2022 on this one, maybe. So that's what's going on at the moment. Now, I am desperate to make something, a woven garment again, but I think at the moment I've got a lot going on with the red work, and then I'm going to have to do the pouches and the bag, and I've got that sunny dress cut out and things, and they might be turning that one into a t-shirt, but I think shortly after I'm going to be making a woven dress. I think that's my aim, but obviously things can change. So anyway, I'm going to go now, and fingers crossed I'll get to do a bit of sewing. I definitely will get a little bit of red work done, because I can do that, can't I, anytime. But whether I'll get in here or not, I really don't know. But actually, my husband, he's watching football tomorrow. I don't know what time, so you never know. I might get, I think, is it the last game of the season? It might be, so I might get time to come in here. That would be good, wouldn't it? So thank you so much for joining me so far, and I'll see you in the next bit. Bye. Right, it's now Saturday afternoon, and it's 2:10, and I've not checked for the bag yet, but I was just setting up the printer, and the printer's got no paper in it to print anything out. But I've had a little route around, and I found a little bit of paper, so I'm gonna have to buy some paper. But I totally forgot I was going to show you my delivery from Mandy Shaw, and then I just totally forgot about it. So I've had a little peek in here, and they're just a set of 3 buttons. Mate, if you don't see them very well, I'll take a photograph of them and pop a photograph on the screen. I don't know how well. Should I put that behind it? Can you see? It's a thimble. They're basically buttons, and they're a spool of thread, a thimble, and a pair of scissors. They're lovely, aren't they? So I don't know what I'm going to use those for, but sometimes when you see these things, you just have to think, oh, I'll just get them. So, and the other thing is this wall mat. Now, I'm going to use this for doing my pressing, just like, you know, for doing iron-on transfers and things like that, because it's a nice firm surface. I'll let you know what I think of it, because I haven't used it yet. And this box, and it says the little things. Now, I must admit, I was expecting it to be the box the same size as those ones I've had for the calendars in the past, but that was just my presumption. I didn't realise, but it's this size, but it's nice, isn't it? And there's a mixture of goodies in here, so I'm going to open it. I had a little peek before I hit play, and that's all I could see. So I haven't opened it. I wanted to show you live. Now look at the paper, the tissue paper. It's lovely, isn't it? With a sticker on it. My husband's back, but he's in the shower, washing all the hair off that he's had cut. Look. This is so exciting. It's just an assortment box of things. Now, a magnetic pincushion, but a red one, right? And you know what? I try to have pincushions everywhere at all my different stations I have to go to, but I still seem to be one down at the moment. So that was one of the things that swung me to buying this, because of another pincushion. Let's see how well it works. Yeah, very nice. Now in here I can see 4 Wonder clips, or quilt binding clips, I think Wonder Clips are an actual brand. Some little like leatherette flowers, I think there's 3 of those. A large red button, 2 smaller buttons, and 3 heart spotty buttons, and this leather tag that says made with, and then a heart. So that's nice, isn't it? Some jute. This looks like the jute, but it's got green leaves on it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe Mandy will give us a bit of a clue in the future. A non-separable, it looks like a jean zip to me. It's nice, isn't it? I can see that on a garment. a craft zip. I like this one. Look at that zip, isn't that gorgeous? I've never had one like that. These zips are absolutely gorgeous. Lots of ribbon, and well, they're over a yard. They might be a metre long each, but they're really lovely, aren't they? Get a glimpse of those. A pair of red scissors and a retractable crayon, it says. It's water erasable, and it's all different colours. So I'll try that out. So I hope you've liked seeing what was in this selection box. It's all, as far as I know, it's a brand new product of Mandy's, and I got an email from her a couple of nights ago. When would it be? Was it Friday night, was it? I don't know, I can't remember now. This has arrived really quickly anyway. And yeah, I thought you might like to see what I got. I don't know if the contents vary in each one. I might put those buttons in it. But yeah, there's some lovely bits and bobs in it. Actually, I'm going to leave the pincushion out because I am missing one. And that's really useful to have. So I hope you've liked seeing that little bit of an unboxing. And I'm going to go now and prepare. I've got to do some more vacuuming. I've got to vac the stairs now. I've got the vacuum at the bottom of the stairs, so I'm going to go and carry on and do that. So thank you so much for joining me so far. Oh, and if you wonder what I'm wearing, I've got my ukulele jacket on. I was just feeling a bit cold. Do you know I've got a thermometer in here now that I picked up in IKEA, and it's only 17 degrees in this room, and that's a bit too cold for my liking. I think the minimum, you know, is meant to be 19 degrees. You should have a room. I think it's like 19 to 22. So yeah, and I feel the cold. So yeah, I've got my ukulele jacket back on that I was wearing this morning. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me so far, and I'll see you in the next bit. I thought I'd show you a little work in progress. I'm doing some free motion embroidery. I think this has to be the hardest thing I've ever done, but I think I'm going to absolutely love it. This is how it's looking so far. Right, welcome back. It is now Monday, the 31st of May, and I did manage eventually to finish my bike. So I did manage to do some crafting on the Monday and the Tuesday before I became unwell on Tuesday evening. I started to feel a little bit unwell. I was meant to be going out for my son's 18th birthday meal. It was his birthday on the Tuesday, and I didn't feel like going, in all honesty. And we hadn't actually booked a table, and I even said to my son, "Oh, would you really want to go out? Could we order food in?" And he said, "I'd really like to go out." And you know when you just push yourself, and I was getting a lot of pains all going down my back when I was going, and then when I got to the restaurant and was waiting to go in, I was like shaking, and then we sat down. I didn't feel good at all, and I did eat probably about half of my food, and then I actually vomited in the restaurant. Do you know when I felt really awful, and I felt like I was really faint. I couldn't get to the toilet, and yeah, and I said, "Oh, we just basically, luckily everybody got to eat their food, and then we got the bill and left, but people had to leave drinks and things." I felt truly awful, and then we were going to do the birthday cake when we got home, and I just had to go straight to bed. But we did end up doing the cake at 10 o'clock in the evening, but I couldn't get through to my doctors in the morning. The phones kept on saying we're at full capacity, so I phoned the 111 service, and I did manage to get to be seen. My husband took me through like a drive-through kind of thing they were doing at another doctor's that was about half an hour away, and they gave me 3 days worth of antibiotics, which I must admit I didn't think was enough, but I felt really quite poorly, and then I was still poorly by the Friday, and I got a hospital appointment that was unrelated to the water infection that I had, or kidney infection, and so I just thought it was, I was meant to be having a procedure a year ago at another hospital, and I thought this was the follow-up appointment, which I tried to cancel, but they said don't cancel it because you'll get knocked off the system. So I just went to it anyway, feeling awful, and I didn't know they'd actually rescheduled the procedure. So I had to have, while I was feeling really, really rough, this biopsy, and then, you know what, I felt 100 times worse. So yeah, I've been a little bit in the wars and been a bit delicate, but I think I'm on the mend. But just before I started filming, I started having some shooting pains in the same place again, so I'm gonna get sample off to my doctors tomorrow, because they'll be open again, won't they, just to see if the antibiotics have done their job and if I need any more. So yeah, sorry about that, but I just thought I'd like to give you a bit of an explanation what's been going on, so you understand what's happened, kind of thing. So yeah, so before I became ill, I did manage to finish doing the free motion on the bike for the Herrera crossbody bag. Now, I've showed you this bag before. This is what the bag that we were supposed to be making, the Herrera, and I've cut all my pieces out and I've interfaced them all, and they're all here, and this is my finished bike, and I'm really quite proud of it. And it's basically from my own drawing. I don't own an old-fashioned bike, so I had to get a photograph off the internet, and then I sketched it, and this is my sketch here. So that it is slightly different. I have made a few little changes, but it's basically, that's the gist of it. And I'm really pleased with how it's come out now. I got this pattern over a week ago, didn't I? So a lot of people have made their bags in the club already, but I'm actually quite glad that I haven't done it yet, because the designer made a different and has made a difference to the bag. Originally, the attachment for the handle was on the flap, but people were saying the magnet wasn't strong enough to hold any weight in the bag, so the designer has made a difference to the pattern now. So I'm kind of glad I hadn't made mine yet, because I can make that difference now. I haven't got to like unpick a bag that I'd finished or anything, which is really nice. But so I'm really looking forward to do that. So you'll probably see that now, hopefully in my next Friday sews. Now, other things that I was doing, the Monday I was making a panel, right, not this one. So obviously I had to get rid of my husband's name off this and put my son's name, change the colour of the hair, and I chalked 18 here, and I had to do another panel. Bear with me, I'll just get it. So this is a birthday banner you've seen many times, but I've had to make a new panel, 18, and I've done that on Monday. So Monday I did this panel, and Tuesday I worked on his card. I got a shop bought. Oh gosh, I got a shop bought card. I've got no hook there, have I? I'll just pop it here. Right, I bought him a shop bought card, and but I actually decorated it, so I think he just said like happy birthday, but I die cut an 18, and then I did some calligraphy metallics and put the F for the 18th, and then I die cut an SON for son and kind of put them down the side. It did go a bit wonky actually. I was having a bit of trouble with my glue, but I think it was the start of feeling unwell. And you know, when you're not feeling really in the mood for it, and that was kind of how I was feeling. And I did do a little bit of work on my dress. So this is my dress, my new, you've seen this dress before. Well, I'm making another one, and I haven't put the neckband on. It's only got one sleeve at the moment. I've got to put the other sleeve on, and obviously the side seams aren't sewn yet either. They're all need sewing together, but I'll just show you the bottom. I've decided to do the dropped hem, so can you see that shape? So that's the back, and that's the front. So basically it's the same dress I've made before, but it's slightly longer, and it's got the dipped hem. I've tried on my short dress again, and I know I've swung back and forth, and I think I quite like it, you know. So I think I'm going to leave it as it is and just have two dresses, one that's a bit shorter and one that's got the dipped hem. And I might then make a t-shirt version out of the sunny dress, because I think I'd really like a t-shirt in that fabric. I think it would be really nice. Now I've downloaded a pattern. Now I've downloaded this template, but I thought I was getting a pattern, but basically it's somebody on YouTube. I found them through the Sew magazine, and he said, oh, you have this free download, and it's to make a waistcoat for a wine bottle, and they look really good made up, but he doesn't give you any instructions. You have to basically pay for things on his website, so which I don't want to do, because I don't feel like I don't want to lesson to pay for a whole year or something just for this. So I might have a go at that and figure out how to make it myself. The only thing that looks a little bit confusing maybe is the collar piece. I don't quite understand it, but maybe it will make sense when I've played around with it. Now I have been doing some red work. Now, do you know I mentioned the red work thing we're going to be making in a new club? It's a bit like the lampshade one. Well, I've done the embroidery for it. I showed you it work in progress, didn't I? I finished the embroidery on it, and that's that. And I've actually found an embroidery from last year. I did this. We were supposed to make that bag, right? And I did end up making that bag, but I didn't make it in red, and I did my own thing on it. I did like stamping and things. I made like a blue version, so I did make that, but I didn't end up using this. So I don't know whether to make some things. I don't know whether to make that, in all honesty. I'm not quite sure. I might make some bags that are real good size to keep my Secret Society things inside them, but I'll keep you updated on what I decide to do. And then I was having a dig around thinking, is there anything I haven't done from the clubs? And there are some things that I haven't completed yet from the previous clubs, and I hadn't done anything with this, so I decided to stitch it up. I've not done basic back stitch. I've kind of tried to do different things, and I've left that one unstitched because I'm going to use that as a sewing line, and I'm going to stuff it. And I don't know if you can see very well on it, but I've embroidered the word 20 years, because this year my husband and I will have been together for 20 years, and I put the date that we met, 2001, and I've put this year 2021. So when it's our 20 years of being together, I'm going to give that to him. It's going to be like a stuffed little heart, so it's a nice little keepsake to remember, isn't it, you know? And if anyone ever found this in the future, I think they could make out that it's 20 years and they could see the beginning date and all these hearts. Maybe I'll put a little sentiment on the back. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, I hope you've liked seeing it. So unfortunately, that's all I got done. You know, because I lost a few days, didn't I, really? Well, not a great deal. I suppose I only really lost the Wednesday and the Thursday, but I suppose because of not being very well, you know, it continuing, it might affect next Friday. So my episode 14 of Friday Sews, there might not be much. Maybe it'd be just nice if I managed to complete my bag and maybe complete my sunny dress. Maybe that's what you'll see next week. So I'm not quite sure yet. I've just got to see how it goes, and it all depends if I continue to improve in health or I start going back downhill. I'm not quite sure. So thank you so much for your patience, and thank you again. Hopefully this video's not too boring, and yeah, and I hope you've got a little bit of enjoyment out of it, and hopefully when I bring you a video next week I might seem a little bit more cheerful. You know, I do feel a bit delicate at the moment, you know, for doing this, but thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye.